Hey, this is the man on the street. Here's a public education reminder. Now, this doesn't go out to the college degree applicable to those knowledge. This has to go back the year they were probably born on, in the late, early 90s. What led up to the presidency of Bill Clinton. Let me tell you about Bill Clinton. When he ran his initiative from Little Rock, Arkansas, it was the last time we could see why it galvanized America. Here's a man who says he wants to be president so he can cure the ills that faces America. And what did he do in his 8 years? He budgeted the balance, right? He tried to cause the inlay infractions that he faced in Israel to cause the peace accord. He got tough on crime so that people would be sentenced appropriately. At the end of his term, he balanced the budget. God Almighty, he accomplished what he said. In 8 years, he did all those things only to be marred by the Monica Lewinsky scandal. You know, when we ask him or what he did, it shows you why would they do that, the Republicans, to know so. Because they had to get George Bush as president. Do you understand that? The way that Al Gore should have ran, just like Reagan ran after George Sr. ran after Clinton did his 2 years, to do one term to lose to Clinton, the second term. In those 8 years, he galvanized America, he did what he accomplished, only to be marred by the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Now, why would Murdoch and all those industry? Because they wanted to echelon into the Republicans. Even after Al Gore almost won, it would have changed everything in Iraq. He would have told you the same thing what George Bush couldn't tell you now, that he wouldn't have invaded Iraq. Even when we looked at that election, right, and what happened a year before after 9/11 tragedy, we knew what happened afterwards too, right? He infractioned that idea to go invade because there were secret documents showing what the Pentagon had the agenda on plan on doing to destabilize that area, but they ended up making the gas prices more expensive to make those Saudis even more richer. That's the whole debacle of the thing that ended up in 2008 for Greece to come to bankruptcy to European Union to get them out of the hole that they sank themselves in. Now, at that day, in election night, right, it was the first time America went to bed not knowing who the president was. Can you imagine? But at the end of the day, you know, Jeb Bush overvalued such a close race that he had to declare Bush by a matter of few votes, literally, out of 80 million voters, 85 million voters, that it came down to a couple of votes that could have went either way. You know, and even Al Gore knew he was fighting an obstacle he could not win. At the end of the day, he had to succumb, and this is what we have. The invasion thereafter, Bill Clinton's marred in Monica Lewinsky scandal. It shows you what American politics are. Now, as Canadians know, we're pretty tame. We're pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? How we go about it, you know? We love our neighbors more so, but we're wondering how close Canadians' relationship is to the White House administration, be it Republican or be it Democrat. Right now, overwhelmingly, even after Congress said you can't just go to war on a nation to say, if Afghanistan, they knew that discourse of that opium trade, what it meant in Russia and the outskirts from all the way to the west coast of Bosporus, that is the intel of Istanbul to European Union. Even at that time, of those collaborative countries, you have to support. But after in Iraq, the close consignment of those ideas was what that we have today. I am sorry, but I should not apologize like the rest of the nation, except for England, that capitulated to say we believe that there is a reason to go into Iraq. Now, my friends, 2020 is hindsight, and there's no way of turning the page back, only the appropriate in a court of law. This is the man.